climate action means being miserable. Being denied the food that you want. Active travel means that you get soaking wet and freezing cold, and it's an expensive lifestyle. But actually, what if climate action means something different?
How many are you expecting this evening?
Hard to tell. I know we've got somebody being picked up and brought down for the warm herb, and I think the kids are coming after school for free food, so might be a bit busy in the afternoon. There's two reasons why I do this. First off, way back in 2008, when I decided I wanted a Halloween party, that sparked everything, and it was a snowball effect that I couldn't get out of. So that's the one reason. The other reason is I am petrified by climate change, and I don't have any money. I can't make the adaptations that I need to on a floodplain. And fan is the thing that keeps me sane. It lets me adapt things here so that if my house was flooded, I had somewhere to go. Food prices skyrocketed, then there would be a way to get food. If I perceive that I need something, then I want it to be there ready. So that's what I do in fan. Climate change is, I think about it all the time, and I'm going to cry, so I'm going to stop there and check the soup.
My husband passed away 6 years last November, and if it hadn't been for being up here and sorting out this place so that we had our hub, I think I would have been with him. Whereas I kept on going just for fun. People never took any interest when things were being said before. Now they can see where Emma was right, and they were just ignorant of it. We are doing as much as we can. If we can't do no more, we've done our best.
I'm going to pick up one of the people who wants to come down to the food hub tonight. Who doesn't have a vehicle and lives too far away? It's not covered in onions.
It's not?
No. So we also do our collections in this for the food hub. So this vehicle went out 3 times yesterday to do the collections, and then again last night to deliver to 30 families. This vehicle is actually powered by the solar panels that they've got on the roof here. So not on the roof of the vehicle, but on the roof of the building.
Jen, do you want a chunky chicken soup?
You know, when I talk to some people, they think I'm off my head when I start talking about recycling and climate change and, you know, why we should be doing this for your grandchildren, for your children, for further generations. Some people think I'm off my head, but I'm not. I'm now aware, something I wasn't before. Look at the state on the world. The seasons, flooding. You know, my friends live in an area just outside Neath. They've had 5 floods, major floods in 3 years. It hadn't flooded previously for 3 decades. Their homes are destroyed. And I think it's all to do with climate.
We'd come home from a day out, sitting down, watching TV. My son was saying, there's thunder, Mum. We looked out the window and you could see the remainder of a wall. It's just unbelievable, the force of the water. I did hear of somebody in a car with 2 children. They couldn't get out, so they were panicking. Luckily, it all worked out. But the force and the amount of water, that could have ended in 3 deaths.
I love FAN because it gives you back the sense of community. You know, it's all about helping the environment as well as helping each other.
I'll tell you what, do you know what? It's okay, put it back.
Climatarian menu. Each portion of the chickpea and vegetable curry, that would have come to 918 grams of carbon emissions equivalent, which is roughly the equivalent of 3.1 car miles. Obviously with us, everything is surplus, but doing it like this, it was more for educational purposes because it meant then that, we could put a price against something, but they understood why some things were ridiculously high compared to others, and they learnt then the value of the food climate-wise. We can also work out from the overall amount for the meal, it was 9.2 kilograms of CO2, so that would take a young tree 1 year to absorb that much, just for this one meal, which is actually a fairly low carbon footprint meal. We get our surplus food from a variety of places. There's like a network of organisations across Wales that will have food through Fairshare Cymru. It could be because there's a label that's been put upside down on a tin during production. It could be a supermarket's over-ordered and the farmer's been stuck with it, or the supermarket hasn't been able to get rid of it before its use-by dates, and they've then given it out to the community.
I try to do things at my level, walking to school instead of taking the car, doing things with FAN as a group, and sharing information. The ethos of FAN, a family of friends rather than a family of blood, if that makes any sense.
All of us are worried about climate change. I never really spoke about it because I didn't think I knew enough. Actually, when I did speak up in the meetings and things like that, I didn't feel as if I was clueless. To me, I find that it's very important when it comes to climate change and reducing our impact on the world to start at home. For years and years, I've lived by my grand's rules of waste not, want not, try and give away as opposed to throw away. Food waste does not happen in our household. We buy food and we eat it. That is basically the rule.
So what's your name?
Keely.
Keely. Nice to meet you, Keely. I'm Keith. I ended up here because of a rotation through work, and it was 8 months long. I thought, right, well, I better move there. I'm not driving from Cardiff. Kind of discovered this was going on and joined in and got to know a bit more about FAN and got involved in bits and pieces, and then before you know it, you don't actually join, you kind of get adopted for turning up to stuff. I think it was disused, people didn't want to come up here, people didn't feel safe, and then they started doing a little litter pick, and then on a regular basis, and to begin with it was just loads of stuff, and it was like there was needles and yeah, it's kind of like a bit of a no-go area, and kind of belongs to everybody again. It's amazing, look at it, it's beautiful.
Love nature, love being able to go for a walk and not looking at all the rubbish, so it's just about taking care of where you live and being part of the community, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's big things that need to be addressed. You can see the changes now, can't you? We're in it. If we can't reduce the shock, it's out of our hands, kind of. We still have to prepare for what's coming. When you look at Welsh Valley's history is a history of mining. They're familiar with solving their own problems, aren't they? So yeah, there's always hope.
I try and bring all the older generation to come and keep fit. Yes. But it's for fun. It's not serious. Well, we start off with a warm-up. Where we go like this.
This is what it's all about. It's just getting people to keep moving, not just, you know, sitting at home in the evening and not doing anything.
Not doing nothing.
No. Have you watched our wheelchairs?
91.
Thank you. Shall I put you? The kids are more up on it than their parents. So it's the grandparents we've been starting with and working our way down.
Before Fan got his hands on it, the lane was, how do I describe it? It was like a big, overgrown lump. Lots of different antisocial behaviour going on down here. Drug dealing, full of rubbish and stuff that had been dumped. Yeah, it was just a mess.
Anything that we cut back or we weed, it all goes into the compost, so it's self-generating. So we're using natural plants that grow here in order to actually feed any of the crop plants. We had a really good grape crop last year. We had probably the biggest grape crop we've ever had. But we've also done tomatoes, we've handled over beans, we've handled carrots. The carrots were huge. So we'll see what happens next year. Well, this year, next year, yeah. One yucca. Right. Happy?
It's like a slice of cake. You have to cut it on all sides, don't you, to be able to get it out, and then you can. It'll come up.
Ni yw'r mini fans ac rydyn ni'n dod at ein gilydd fel plant ifanc I cael mwy o gwybodaeth am newid hinsawdd. Beth I fi mwynhau y mwyaf yw y sense of community. Mae fe'n nice I teimlo fel rhan o grŵp o pobl ifanc. Fi wedi dysgu loads o newid hinsawdd. Mae'n thema really worrying a concerning oherwydd mae neb yn really gwybod lot amdano fe.
Yeah, nice work.
Mae rhaid I pobl trial ffigro mas beth sy'n digwydd. Oherwydd, y future, so ni'n gwybod beth sy'n mynd I digwydd. Ac os mae neb yn gwybod, ni ffili wneud dim byd amdano fe.
We set a target of 2025 to get down to zero carbon. With our youth group as well, they're more eco-aware. We're prioritising our carbon footprint alongside the need in the community.
Climate action isn't cold, it's not expensive, it doesn't mean shutting down jobs. Climate action is community, and this is such a brilliant example of what we really want our world to be like.
I am petrified by climate change, and Fan is the thing that keeps me sane.
A family of friends rather than a family of blood.
We are doing as much as we can. If we can't do no more, we've done our best.
Hope is inherent in planting a seed. So yeah, there's always hope.